Advisors are now able to utilize testimonials to help grow their business, and who better to talk about it than wealth tech evangelist Diana Cabrices to learn more. Diana, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Shannon, for having me. I'm so excited to be here and share my perspective.
Absolutely. So this is a really interesting topic in our industry right now. So I'd love to get your perspective on with the recent changes to the SEC marketing rule. Why should advisors turn to testimonials to grow their business?
Well, when you look at the buyer's journey and put yourself in the shoes of yourself as a human looking for a restaurant or a dentist or a lawyer, there is the logical side, so understanding what options there are. In the financial advisory space, is there a CFP or are they fee only? Those are all logics and facts. But then there's the emotional side of the buying process, and that is, what's the story? What makes them different? And what are people saying about that professional? We see other trust-based professionals like lawyers, like doctors, heavily rely on client testimonials to satisfy that side of the buyer's journey. And so now we're able to turn into the advisory space and help advisors do the exact same thing. So by having reviews, they're able to meet prospects where they are, satisfy their emotional needs throughout their buying journey, allow them to get connected to the story and see what other people are saying, and then make that informed decision that they feel really good about and moving forward to contact or even hire the advisor for guidance.
So because this is a relatively new concept for our industry, is it challenging for advisors to get started with testimonials?
It can be. It depends on your compliance department. It depends on your registration type. I think the most challenging thing for a lot of advisors is that they are afraid. There is fear because of all of the nuances. And compliance aside, I think there's fear because they're not sure what their clients might say. I've had a lot of advisors over the last few weeks come to me and say, hey, I'm not sure I want to ask my clients for testimonials. I'm scared of what they'll say. But over, let's say, 500 testimonials that we've got on the Wealth Tender platform, only 2 of them were 4 stars. The other 498 were 5 stars. And in fact, some of those clients come back and say, I'm surprised you haven't asked me to leave a review sooner. So surprisingly, most advisors have fear that clients won't leave the best testimonials, but in fact, most of them are going to leave a great raving review.
Well, those are really great stats to hear, with only 2 being 4 stars, and it's not like 4 stars is necessarily a bad review either.
Exactly.
Just people being particular, maybe. But just to wrap up here, because compliance is obviously a big concern in our industry, how do advisors ultimately navigate that?
Yeah, absolutely. So with compliance, you have to operationalize your process. So collecting a review is step 1, but making sure you list it in a compliant way, that is step 2. And that can take time, and you need to form a procedure or policies around it. Now, some advisors are doing that completely on their own in-house. Others turn to technology like Wealth Tender to be able to have the tool do it for them. But the rule of thumb is your triple C's. You've got, is this a client or is this not a client? Is this person being compensated or are they not being compensated? And are there any conflicts of interest? So as long as that is prevalent and you're not being biased and choosing only great reviews to promote versus negative ones, you're on the right track, but make sure everyone in the firm is on the same page, because there are a lot of nuances and nobody wants to get in trouble at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Well, this is certainly a trend to watch, and I know we'll be chatting more about it. So Diana, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Shannon.
For Edge TV, I'm Shannon Rossick.